I want to talk about email marketing and how you can really do it the profitable way. Um, that's the name of this video. How to do it the profitable way. Email marketing is very important to your business because internet marketing is actually, uh, email marketing, excuse me. Email marketing is actually the way you're going to get your message out to your prospects. I mean, there is no more powerful way than email marketing on the internet right now. It is to really start making lots of money, um, start, building your business, and really over a long period of time really be able to sustain a business that actually grows, you know what I mean? Because you can make quick money, but you want to definitely have a business that's growing, you know what I mean, that continues to grow, because you don't want to be broken in 2 years. Yeah, you made good money for a year, but then all of a sudden, it slows down. With email marketing, you can make sure that you're always growing, that you're always, have prospects to market to, and customers that you already have uh, on your list that bought from you already, and continue to market to them and continue to make sure to sell. Because people don't buy things just because you tell them to, right? You have to make sure and market to them in a certain way, build relationships. All these things we're going to talk about in this actual video. So, like I said, it's very critical that you understand that email marketing is going to be the lifeline of your business. It is going to be the bloodline. It's going to keep the prospects turning into customers. Customers continue to buy. It's how you get your message out there. Marketing studies show it takes about 7 contacts before most prospects will buy from you, which means you're gonna have to keep up with them, contact them, even though they don't buy anything right away. Only a small percentage buy on the first time they visit your site. So you want to keep in contact with them and be able to, make sure that they know you exist. So you keep marketing to them, give them free stuff, and we'll go into a lot of details in the actual video today. Now we're gonna talk about how to do it the proper way. Now the basics, you gotta understand your basics, how it works. Basically, someone signs up for your email list. You can watch the opt-in video, how to make the opt-in pages where they sign up for your list, um, and then they're on your autoresponder. Okay. Now we're going to talk about some different ways you can go about getting your autoresponder, but you definitely want to have a solution. Um, there are many different solutions for autoresponders. And then what happens is they stay on your list. You have their email, their name, and then you send out your promotions, and it goes to their emails, their email inboxes. So you may say, you want to run a promotion, 5 beats for $100, and you can send them to an email. You want to just keep in contact with them, keep you fresh, keep your business fresh in their mind. So you just definitely got to have an email marketing uh, uh, in your business. Why it works? Well, just because you're building a relationship with them, you stay in contact with them, even if they don't have the money, they're not ready to buy right then, they're not looking for a beat right then. When they are looking in the market for beats, or when they do have the money, they'll come to you first because you built a relationship with them. You're constantly in their mind. You know what I mean? So that way, it's like, hey, I need a beat. Oh, let me think of Joe Beats. He's been emailing me, giving me free stuff. He's a cool person. His beats are hot. Let me go check him out first. I need a Dirty South beat. Let me go check DirtySouthBeats.com because they keep sending me these emails. I know they got some hot stuff. They're pretty big. They got a great promotion. You know what I mean? Just it's a way to keep in contact with your market. You know what I mean? Because you want to definitely uh, be able to reach artists at the click of a button. I mean, it's very amazing stuff, which has never really been done. It's still pretty brand new. Single or double opt-in. That just means that a single opt-in, pay attention, means that when they put their name and email address in your box on a single opt-in, that automatically puts them on your list. So now they're going to start receiving your emails. On a double opt-in, what happens is they're going to have to open the email. They're going to get an email, a confirmation email from you. And if they don't click that link, then they won't receive any more emails from you. If they click the link, then they're officially on your list. I suggest going with single opt-in. I say because everybody, a lot of people they may, not pay attention to the confirmation link, may miss it. Then you're losing valuable prospects. They will not receive your emails. They probably won't ever come back to your site again. So I always say single. Email marketing solutions. You saw in the other videos. There's Aweber, OneShoppingCart.com, FusionSoft, Constant Contact, iContact. I use One Shopping Cart, and I suggest everybody use that because they're fairly simple and they allow single opt-in, and I never really had much issues with them, and they're pretty cheap. So that's what I always suggest. List building essentials. Target quality prospects. Um, this is like the key thing to making your email marketing efforts successful in your business. You don't want to have a list of 1,000 music artists and then 9,000 people who don't give a shit about recording music. You have a list of 10,000 people and only 1,000 of them are relevant. So you want to, and so it's like a fictitious list, and you're not helping your business by not having actual numbers to look at. You don't want an inflated number list, no, you know what I mean? Because then you can't realistically gauge your business. So you want to have only music production, I mean only music artists on your email list because they're the only ones going to buy anything from you. So you have to target them when you uh, do your marketing and your advertising. Make sure only music artists sign up for your list. You do not want people who are not music artists to sign up for your list because then you're just wasting space. You know what I mean? You want to build a quality list so that way when you do a promotion, there's people who are looking for what you're selling. Like you don't want to, have people who aren't music artists who are looking to lose weight on your list because they're not going to do anything but waste space and probably mark your emails as spam. Offering the right incentive. An incentive, as we talked about in the opt-in video, incentive is how you actually get them to sign up. Maybe 5 free beats, maybe a free beat or something of that nature, and or maybe a tips on how to mix anything that a music artist, specific to a music artist, would want, and you give it to them for free in exchange for the email address. People aren't just going to give you their email address for nothing. You have to say, hey, here's an incentive. Give me your email address and I'll give you this. And that's how you build a quality list, and you offer them something that only they would need. You know what I mean? You don't offer, how to lose weight in 5 days because anybody will sign up for that. You want something that only a music artist will enter their name and email address for, and uh, a person who was not a music artist wouldn't sign up. So something on, how to write songs, how to write hooks. That's something that a music artist would sign up for. How to, here goes 5 free beats. Sign up right now, or get your free beat CD, instrumental CD. And you can give away instrumental CDs. That's always good. You know what I mean? Like you gotta really just put your head, think about it. What would a music artist want? What can I give away? And get them to give me their email address. Real simple. Monitor your open rates. You wanna in your email solutions, they're gonna allow you to see how many people open the email. You want to keep monitoring to see how many people open the email because that way you'll know some subject lines may work better than others. You can find out similar words. You send more as you send more promotions. You can find out, well, a lot of people open this email and this email, but they didn't open this email and this email. What similarities and differences do they have? Now that's how you really start getting to real business, and you really start um, getting to the minds of your prospects and being able to sell stuff. And really, that's when your business is going to really start growing when you start looking at those type of things. And let's talk about some effective marketing. Different ways that you can really make it so that it's effective. Like you can do email marketing, but if it's not effective, if it isn't working, you're not gonna make any money. So we definitely want to make sure you understand how to make it so that way it's effective and brings in dollars. Now, one, you have to know your prospects. A lot of people, they don't understand this concept. I don't know why, but you need to know your prospects, not just know, you know, that they're music artists, but you have to kind of like go deep into what a music artist is. What do music artists love? You know what I mean? What it is like as a music artist, what is it that they dream about all day? What is it that they do on a daily basis? What is it like they feel like when they're in the studio? What are their dreams? You know what I mean? Like you have to really know them. Don't just know like, okay, they want to make music, yeah, they need beats, you know. But you have to really go deep and really sit and really, really find out, what's on the inside. A lot of them, they want to, why do they want to be famous? You know what I mean? They want to be famous because, you know, they want to feel significant and important. They probably feel a little insecure. They want people to know them. And you have to know that about music artists. You have to know these common traits that they have because those are how you're going to hit their triggers and get them to buy things from you. You want to build a relationship. You know what I mean? Like the point of email marketing is building a relationship with them so that way they feel like almost like you're their friend. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, what's up? Even though you're sending out mass emails, they still feel like you're their friend because people buy from people they know, people they like, people they're friends with before they buy from a salesperson. Just imagine if your friend was selling a computer fresh out the box, and a salesman comes up and says, "Oh, you want to buy a computer fresh out of the box, the same exact computer? Who are you going to buy from?" Obviously, your friend, because you have a relationship with them and you feel kind of obligated. in the same manner as how you're going to run your business. You're going to make them feel like, hey, I'm your friend. Even if you don't buy anything from me, it's cool. I've seen some free info. I've seen some free beats. I just want to help you along your music production career. I just want to be a service to you, help you out, get you going in your music career, get you some hit singles. You know what I mean? You got to give them that feeling that you're really trying to help them, motivate them. And you should be. You know what I mean? That's how you have a successful relationship. Just be that person. Be yourself. You don't want to sound corporate. You don't want to sound, a lot of people try to make it sound like I'm a big shot corporate or we're a business. You want to basically you want to brand yourself. You want them to feel like they know you, and you're not sending your emails out as the business, or dirtysouthbeach.com. You send them out as I'm Joe from Joe Beach. That's me. How you doing, man? What's going on? Here goes some free info. Here goes a free beat, man. I was thinking about you. Here goes a free beat. You got to be yourself. You're a cool person, man. Don't try to fake it, and don't try to use hip hop words because if that's not you. Because it's gonna look awkward, man. I mean, people can just you can just kind of like feel the energy of people that's being real. Especially in their email. Just type how you talk. You know what I mean? You want to just you don't want to use perfect grammar. You want to type just how you talk, man. So that way they feel like they're just talking right to you. You know what I mean? And strategic promotions. The thing is, you don't want to just send out promotions. Um, randomly. You want to basically plan out, what it is that you're doing. If you still kind of want to run a sale, 5 beats for $50. Plan it out, to the T. How many days are we gonna run this sale? When are we gonna start sending out the emails? What are we gonna send in the emails? Plan your promotions out. You want to be strategic, so that way you can kind of calculate, set a goal for them, and then implement that plan and study the results and see what you could have done differently, what you could have built on. See, so everything is strategy. It's not just now you're running a real business. You see, so you're not just trying to hustle up a couple dollars. So you gotta really look at this as a whole, a business. Building relationships, trust. Now that's the biggest thing in a relationship is building trust because trust is something that doesn't come um, automatically. You see, you walk down the street, meet somebody, you just trust them. Would you bring them in your house? Would you, take them to dinner with you? In your home? Would you go, on a trip with them? Somebody you just met? No, because you have to build that trust. But somebody else that if you met, you kind of, you know, had dialogue with, helped each other out, hung out a bit. Yeah, you would bring them over to your house, or you would go hang out with them or go somewhere with them. That's trust. So it's very important to understand that. And trust can easily be broken. Once it's broken, it's over with. So you want to basically do what you say you're gonna do. Always be upfront and honest with them. Never take anybody's money. Never steal. Never lie. You know what I mean? If you're just a real motherfucker, people are gonna start trusting you. You know what I mean? Excuse my language, but I mean that's just how it is. You got to be a real person, man, and just really want to genuinely help them, and that will build trust, and then they will be happy to spend money with you. You know what I mean? Because then if they don't trust you, they're definitely not gonna send you their hard-earned money. That would be stupid, right? I don't care how hot your beats are. You want to build rapport. Now, rapport is when people feel like you're just like them. You know what I mean? So it's like we kind of trust people who are like us. You know what I mean? So different ways of building rapport is, telling a story about yourself that they would relate to. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I used to struggle to pay the bills. Just ready to live off my music because I love music. And they relate to that. You know what I mean? That's like what they. That's part of knowing the prospect is being able to so you can tell stories and say things that make them feel like you're just like them. You know what I mean? In a covert way. You're not saying, "Hey, I'm just like you." You're kind of like just saying things that that they go through, that they dream about, and you make it pertain to yourself. So that way they feel like, "Oh, me too." In their mind, they're going, "Oh, that's me too, man. I'm just like this guy." You know what I mean? So that's very important. Comfort. People buy things from people they're comfortable with. You know what I mean? It's like you got to get that comfort level with them. If you can get somebody to tell you a secret that's a very deep down secret in them, then that means you have built comfort with that person. You see, and this is the way relationships work. Period. You know what I mean? Not just when trying to tell people stuff. If you gotta get people comfortable with you. And once for somebody to be comfortable means that they know that you're not gonna hurt them in any way. People don't like to be vulnerable. So one of the ways you can get people comfortable is by exposing secrets about yourself, saying things that are hard for you to say and say it to them. You know what I mean? Oh, if you lost a mother, you can talk about that. You know what I mean? And kind of integrate it. You know what I mean? That when they see that you're vulnerable, it makes them more comfortable to be vulnerable. You know what I mean? They build comfort with you. And when somebody's comfortable with you, obviously they'll spend money with you. If they're not comfortable with you, why would they send you their money? They're not comfortable with the situation. They'll say, I'm not really comfortable spending this money. You know what I mean? They'll find every excuse in their mind not to send it to you. But when they're comfortable with you, they'll buy it and find every reason to justify their purchase. You see, so you want to be on the end where they're justifying the purpose. Reciprocity. That is the law of reciprocity. Means that when you give somebody something, um, they feel obligated to give you something of equal or greater value. And many times, a lot of greater value. So you send them 10 free beats, they feel obligated when they get some money to buy a beat from you. You know what I mean? Because you gave first. So that's why you always start off giving. And you want to talk a lot about giving information and whatnot in this video. Keys to building trust, honesty. Definitely want to build. You want to be honest. Always, if you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you say you download your beat instantly, make sure they can download it. Sometimes people miss the links and things like that. Make sure you give them their product. Never let people pay for things and not get the product because they remember that and they don't want to buy things from you anymore. So always be up for now. If you say they're gonna run a sale, they can buy 5 beats for $100. Make sure that they get 5 beats for $100. You know what I mean? Don't try to trick people and trick people out of their money because that's a terrible way to go about business. It'll only lead to you having issues and not building a successful business. People will talk and people won't refer any people. Word of mouth won't get around, and word of mouth can get around about bad things. And you know what I mean. Then once you lose a person's trust, it's hard. It's almost impossible to get it back fully. Tell stories. That's a great way to build trust. Tell stories about yourself. Tell stories that make you seem like a trustworthy person, something that you've done. And we do things every day, you know what I mean? So it can be up current stories, like say you found a wallet and gave the money back to the person, saw somebody drop his wallet. Now, in saying that story, you're building trust with them. They don't know that you're purposely doing it, but you know that when somebody, if I've told you that I found a wallet with $1,000 in it, cash, and I found the person and gave it to him, automatically in your mind you form an image of me being a trustworthy person that I'm not going to steal. Because if I would do that, then I definitely wouldn't take your money. Because I'm just that's the type of person I am. So in your stories, you want to convey that type of image that I'm a very trustworthy person. You don't want to say I saw somebody drop $100 and I picked it up, put it in my pocket, and walked away. That make them feel comfortable and trust you and send you their money? Of course not. Exposing secrets about yourself. This also builds trust because if you think about it, when somebody confides in you and tells you a secret about themselves, uh, automatically makes you feel like they trust you. And when somebody trusts you, you kind of you convey that trust back to them because they're showing like, hey man, you're a cool person. I trust you. I mean, they're like saying that you're good. You know what I mean? So if you expose secrets about yourself to them, they automatically feel like, wow, he trusts me. You know, he wouldn't hurt me. You know what I mean? Because he's trusting me with this. So if you like say, your mom died or some secret that's hard for you to talk about, talk about it with them, related to what you're doing. You know what I mean? And that they'll build trust with them. That's a good free shit. You can. There's always stuff you can send to music artists. People love free things, and then that makes them feel like if you send them quality stuff that's good, not just junk. You really, you find, here's how to mix the song. Here's some secrets on EQing. Here's how to chop and screw a hook. Here's a free beat. You know what I mean? Or a free beat CD. Whatever. You just got to keep giving them free stuff, because that'll keep them opening your emails. That'll keep them feeling like they got to buy stuff from you. That'll keep the relationship good, man. And if you send them quality stuff, they start to feel like, stuff they actually can use and help them in their career or in their life. They'll feel like, wow, this guy's really on my side, because most people are trying to take things from you. They're really rarely trying to give value. So you want to definitely give value. Maintaining authority. Authority is very important because you definitely you don't want to seem like you're less uh, involved in music than they are. You see what I mean? You want to seem like you know what's going on. So and they're like kind of like looking up to you. You definitely want to have if you have powerful friends, as in people in the industry that are known, or people that are signed, or people that um A&Rs at labels. You don't want to sound like a groupie, but you want to maybe slide in there. Oh, my boy um A&R at Arista, he's looking for a couple of tracks, you know what I mean? Or you can say, I was in the studio with Diddy, man, and he was wilding out, you know what I mean? Like, just quick little blurbs that shows that you're known in the industry. And what that'll do is people will even buy beats from you just so that way they can feel like they may have a shot. You know what I mean? Or they work with you. Hey, look, I got a track with Joe Beats. You know what I mean? This is produced by Joe Beats, man. He worked with Diddy. You know what I mean? That gives them, you know, kind of like some pride. You know what I mean? And what they're doing because they got a chance to work with you. Like I say, don't want to be groupie and be like, hey, look, I'm Diddy's friend. You know what I mean? That's groupie stuff. You want to just kind of like slide into normal conversation. I mean, if I'm talking to somebody, you know, on the street, and I'm just like, oh yeah, yeah, me and Diddy was yeah, I went to lunch yesterday. It was me, Diddy, Jay, and 50. You know what I mean? I didn't really like the squid. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of nasty. Like you see how I just threw it in there. It wasn't like I'm saying, oh, I was with Diddy, Jay, 50. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like the way you come off. It's like you want to word it in a way where it doesn't sound like you're excited about it. It's just some normal everyday shit. You know, like they're nobody. So if you have powerful friends, you want to kind of use that. If you have a picture with them, you know, you may be like, oh, this is me and my boy right here. You know what I mean? Like put that on the site or something. You just want to make. If you do have, if you don't need it. But if you do, you can kind of leverage that. Show off your expertise. Even if you don't have that much expertise, you can always Google. I mean, Google is right there for you. Find information on how to mix, how to do a chopped and screw, how to use auto tune, whatever music artists would need. You know, a lot of these guys will probably have their home studios. So here's some new equipment that's coming out. Here's the way you get rid of noise in the background, and always coming out with new stuff that a music artist would need, right? So you want it, and you don't want to just relay them to what you found. You want to retype it in your own words, right? And say, you know, like it's yours. Like, you know, I mean, that's how it works. It's not like you're creating something. You learn something and you teach it. And to them, they then are going to look to you for that information. They're going to say, wow, he's really knowledgeable about this stuff. And then that's been be more comfortable buying things from you because they feel like you're above them in this area. Give quality information. We just talked about that. You know, if you give quality information, if you show somebody, look how to mix this, you know, get your highs and lows right. How to make sure your vocals aren't clashing with the frequencies of the high frequencies. How to use reverb effectively. You know what I mean? Like these are things that music artists want to know. They want to make sure their stuff is quality. These are, you know, how to chop and screw a hook effectively. You know, you want to definitely. This is quality information that you give, and they'll look at you for authority because they don't know how to do that. You're teaching them, so they look at you as like the master, and people will buy from you because you have that relationship. And we're talking profit pulling promotion. Now we talked about you do not want to just send out, hey, buy this. You want to have promotions that make you money. That's the point of a business, right? You send out promotions that aren't making any money, then you're wasting time. And all promotions, if you use these certain elements, um, they will make it more effective and pull in more profits. All promotions aren't made the same, so that's why some people make the mistake. You know, who they don't understand that. You know, you can. It doesn't really matter what you're selling; it's how you promote it. You see what I mean? Like if you had give me 10 beats and you got the same 10 beats, right? And you say, okay, who can sell the most of these 10 beats? I would probably outsell anybody, you know, that's doing this because of the simple fact that I'm going to come up with a better promotion, right? Something that's going to make people put out their money. People don't just buy things because you say, hey, buy this. You have to persuade them, right? Even if they're looking for it, you still have to persuade them. And there are certain elements we're going to go over right now that you need to put into your promotions in order to be more effective, get more sales, and make more money. One thing is you're going to need urgency igniters. That's what they call urgency igniters. What that means is you got to make people, you know, give them a reason why they have to buy right now. People are habitual procrastinators by nature, which means that they're going to not buy it uh, right away. They'll say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. If they feel like they have the time, they feel like, you know, that if nothing's going to change, then, well, I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, let's say next week, then all these things happen between then and now, right? I mean, between now and then, they forget all about the beat stuff. You know, their minds go all over the place. So you want to make them feel like, I need to do this now. If I don't do it now, then I'm never going to be able to get this deal. So, urgency now example would be 24-hour sale. You know, next 24 hours, you know, you can get 5 beats for $100. Or, you know, the next 10 people who buy a beat, you know, you get an extra one free. You know, make sure in the next 10 only 3 slots left. So those are urgency igniters. Those are things that um, make people want to buy now. And every promotion for it to be successful needs an urgency igniter in there. So you make sure everything has limits. Everything has a cutoff date. Everything has a deadline. Never have anything open ended like, oh, buy 2 for 1 get 1 free. You know what I mean? It has to have an end date. Even if you just like sell ends tomorrow, generic stuff that's better than nothing. But when you run a strategic promotion as in you're promoting like 5 for 100. You want to have a definitely a cutoff date, usually some in around 24 hours or 48 hours. You want to keep it real short so they feel like I got to do this right now or the next 20. I like using like the next 20 because then they don't know how many people uh, are actually getting that email or getting that promotion, so they want to hurry up and make sure in the first 20. So they're really gonna take action immediately. Soft selling is when you don't necessarily upfront say, hey, buy this, or off the bat. You may give them free information like, hey, here's a chop, here's how you chop and screw a hook. Oh, for some, uh, by the way, after they read the article and the email, they say, oh, by the way, if you need some hot beats, click here. That's a soft sell. You're not really saying, hey, buy this now. You're just saying, hey, just in case you are looking for beats, we have them 2 for 1 special. Check this out. That's a soft sell. You give them some free info. They're like, okay, cool. I was learning. The good thing about the soft sell is you get them in the mind frame of music. You bring their mind back to music, get them thinking about, their career, and then you just slide in, hey, if you need a beat, we're actually having 2 for 1 sale. You might want to check it out. Click here. You know what I mean? A hard sell is when you say you need to buy this right now. You got 24 hours. You need to buy it. Click here. You don't really give no free information. It's just, hey, it's time to buy right now. And both are important. Soft sells are important. You do a lot more soft selling because if you just hard sell people, they'll just get pissed. They'll be like, oh, this guy's just trying to sell me stuff. People don't really like that. So you want to do some soft selling. Then every once in a while, if you do it correctly, if you don't do it too much, the hard sells bring in good money immediately. Like a hard sell is like, hey, you need to buy this now. People, you need to take action now. And so if you don't waste it, those are like haymakers. You know what I mean? A boxer, he can't just throw haymakers the whole fight. You know what I mean? But he may throw a little couple jabs, couple uppercuts, and bam, you hit him with a haymaker. You know what I mean? You don't really see it coming. It's very effective. You see, that's what a hard sell is like. It can be very effective as long as you don't wear it out. You know what I mean? Keep using it where they expect you to keep saying buy this. Advanced marketing NLS process. This is the process that I created that utilizes how our brain works, which is called the next logical step process, which means that our brain works in steps. Okay, um, which means that your brain, every time you do something, your brain calculates, okay, what's the next logical step from here? So let's get an example of how you would implement this in your music production business. Um, Say you get an email, you send out an email that says, here's how to chop and screw a hook, right? Or chop and screw hooks are what's hot. And then you say, okay, this is why chopped and screw. In the email, you say, this is why chopped and screw hooks are what's hot right now, and you need to be doing it. So you tell them why you need to be doing chopped and screw hooks. So in the subject line, you say, this is why chopped and screw hooks are important. In the email, you're saying, hey, this is why they're important. They're, A&Rs are looking for it. It's hot right now. It'll get you in the clubs. You can make money. You can, get signed. You need to have a chopped and screw, at least one chopped and screw song out there right now with a chopped and screw hook. And then after that, you say, hey, by the way, we're having a sale on chopped and screw beats. If you get chopped and screw hook beats, you can get 2 for 1 or doing 50% off for the next 24 hours. Then the next logical step, because you just told them that the industry is looking for chopped, people want to hear chopped and screwed hooks, and automatically in their mind is saying, okay, I need to do a chopped and screwed hook song. Then they click. You say, hey, well, here's the beat. And you click there. They click there and takes them right to your chopped and screwed hook beats, right? And the next logical step is for them to buy your beat because they need a chopped and screwed hook beat. So I mean that takes them in logical steps. You may say, well, that's common sense. Most people don't understand that that's how you need to market. That's very powerful stuff. Most people don't do that. I mean, think about this. It's like imagine if you say, okay, chop and screw beats or where it's at, that's where it's at, and they click your link to your beats. Say, okay, check out my beats, and then it goes to some R&B joints. I mean, that kills their whole momentum. You had them in a trance, and it kills the whole thing, right? It's like, well, I don't want to hear these R&B beats. You know what I mean? These beats are soft. I thought I needed a chop and screw beat. Oh well, you see. So you have to keep leading them to the next logical step. So that next step leads them to buying your beat. You know what I mean? That needs to be the last step. Is okay, you need to buy this beat. And you can just say, underground beats right now are what's hot, man. If you make a hot underground track that's lyrical, an underground beat, a raw track, that can build a quick fan base online because that's a fan base that's looking for that type of music and there's a shortage in it. And then from there you say click here for raw underground beats, and then they click there, and then there's raw underground beats. You see what I'm saying? And they don't click there and hear West Coast tracks or Dirty South club tracks or something that Soulja Boy would use. you would give them grimy raw tracks because you just got to tell them that's what they need to make. And so in order to make that, they need to beat. That's following the next logical step process. Always make sure it leads into what you're selling. Now let's come to the end point. Remember, send out 3 to 4 emails per week. You don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? You don't want to just flood the email box where they just get tired of you and say you're spam. 3 to 4 emails. Run a promotion, maybe 4. You're going to be giving them free info. Give them stuff, quality stuff, free beats. You know what I mean? Just kind of keep in contact with them so you stay fresh in their mind. So when it's time for them to buy a beat, they say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you up. You know what I mean? Be yourself. You definitely gotta remember to be yourself. You know what I mean? You don't want to try to, be this business. I'm gonna be a business. They think I'm a business and all that. You want to be transparent. They want to, build a relationship. People build a relationship. People that's real. You know what I mean? They can sense that. So you want to be yourself. You're a cool person, man. You don't have to try to put on the front like you're doing it super big and none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Just be you, and people will respond to that. You'll find that you'll get a pretty big response because you also allow them to be themselves, and people, tend to flock to you on that. Send quality useful information. Like I said, send out stuff that they want to learn about, that they need to learn about. It's going to help them in their career. Quality stuff. Don't just send out bullshit to flood their inbox. You got to make sure you send out quality stuff. You know what I mean? Like, what would a music artist want to learn? How to EQ better. How to get your vocal mix better. How to use reverb. How to use compression settings. Uh, Here goes some software that you use for recording. Some new plugins that are great. Review some software, review some hardware. This new mic, this, you know, at an affordable price. You need to, check this out. You know what I mean? That's useful information, man. You know what I mean? Here's how to chop and screw a hook. Here's how to use auto tune. Whatever a music artist would want, and it's always going to be more. You know what I mean? There's never going to be a time where you well, I don't have anything to send. I don't know. I've used send everything. No, you can always. There's always more information that needs to be sent. You know what I mean? You can teach them how to market. They need to learn how to market. Once you take this course, you can teach them stuff you learn in here. And keep giving away good free shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, keep giving away. Give away free beats all the time. Like, you never stop. Years and years go by, and you just keep giving away free stuff. I mean, it's just, you do that, and that builds a relationship that keeps you fresh, that keeps them opening your emails, and keeps them, keeps the money coming in. If you stop giving away good free stuff, you're not going to make any money. And never stop sending emails. This is a lifeline in business. This isn't something temporary that you're just doing to kill time or start up. This is the lifeline in your business. You're going to grow your list. Think about it. You have lists of 1,000 artists, need 10,000, and 50,000, 100,000. I mean, you're going to make a lot more money if you send a promotion to 100,000 artists on your list than you would if you only had 1,000. So you got to understand that that's another critical aspect, is being able to continue to grow your list, take care of them so they don't get pissed at you and unsubscribe, and send 3 to 4 emails per week. Never stop, man. And so email marketing right now is thinking about as a lifeline in your business, and most producers don't know how to do this. I mean, they don't have no idea that this is how you build and grow your business very fast. You know what I mean? So you can, do launches. We'll talk about launches and how to launch stuff to your list. And I mean, it's very good stuff, man. So you definitely want to always remember to never stop sending